is on. Give me one moment, please. Okay, one moment, please. We'll start. Okay, so here we are. Hello to you all, and welcome to another session of financial markets analysis. This time I'm going to expand my range. Instead of just doing crypto, I'm also going to do forex, gold, maybe even silver and oil, and of course some stock market. We will take some different stocks, and at the same time we are going to take a look at the indexes. Initially, for now, I'm going to focus more on the technical analysis part, but whenever I see some fundamentals or something worth exploring, I'm also going to, go into in that one as well. So yeah, initially we are going to start with crypto, and after that we are going to go with the others. So let's go here. I had initially made this one. Okay, so for now I'm not going to use any, but maybe I can use the one tool. We can lose into one tool, maybe if we have to. Yeah, we can see it's still a sell. So yeah, for now I want to start with Ethereum. So let's take a look at Ether. And we can see that on the 4 hour, let's go with the 4 hours, it's even better, it's clearer. We can see that the 1.7 thousand approximately. Yeah, let's put on the 1.7 thousand. So here, yeah, there we go. It's going to be much clearer. So we can see initially the 1.7. Have a problem with the keyboard. Anyway, we can see that the 1.7 thousand acted as a support since the latest crash, in May. We initially hit it multiple times. We tried to hit it on 23 May. After that, we hit it entirely on the June 22 and 26, and now we hit it again. And we can see that after each of these hits, after that, we started to have a reverse in the trend. So although initially we can see that we are in a big short trend, overall. So overall, we can see this is our direction, since the crash. And I can tell you that because we have the highs, you can see that the highs are lower and lower, you see, so the direction of them is going to be lower and lower, and at the same time the lows, so we can see that the lows here, they are also, they are also lower and lower. So yeah, anyway, once the direction, has been there is no question in this one right now here, so everybody can see that we are in a bird trend. Although initially, we have a side market because we had, a range from where it traded. Overall, we are in a big bull trend. So yeah. Now, in terms of I want to delete this one. Can I delete this one? Can I delete this one? No. I don't know how can I delete that one. Anyway, so we can see that the support zone from the 1.7 have been attacked multiple times. After that, it's been a reversal. So this is what actually I'm going to expect right now to happen. So once we hit this place, and we can see that we hit it, we started to have, so I'm going to put it here so it's going to be even more visible. We can see that we start to have, different types of so it's going to be 1 second, and the last one is going to be on the 2000. So the resistance that we can take in consideration right now, I believe we are going to take, because overall, honestly, there are no true resistance points at the moment because the market, has been destroyed. And the only resistance that we can take into consideration right now are going to be the psychological resistances from the different price levels. So in this case, we are going to have the 1.7, we have the support 1.8, 1.9, and 2000. So these are going to be, our take profit points if you want to enter in the trade. Now, in terms of the stop loss, I will say the stop loss is going to be here. So it's going to be below the 1.7 thousand. Maybe, I don't know, 1685, 16. But if you want to be even safer, you can go for 1650. So if you would go for that, for the 1650, we can see that from the current point, which are right now, you can see that initially we would have a kind of 2.5% margin for the 1.8, and after that we would have like kind of 5% more or less stop loss. The second one, it would be around 7%, almost 8% if you want to go for the 1.9, and of course lastly it's going to be the 2000. Now initially we can see that market, in the last 2 weeks it's been almost 2.4, but honestly I do believe that the next one is going to be maximum is going to be around 2.2, maybe 2.3, something around here, and after that we are going to have a continuation of this bird trend. But for now, honestly, if you would have to focus on something, I would recommend to focus on this first key point and the second key point. Now if you now watching all of this, so let's take a look, for example, at the one tool, and let's see how one tool is performing. We can see at the same time, we can see, sorry, before of that, we can see that in our product, the Dominus product that I have for ATH USD, which actually yesterday also received a new update, and it's working even better than ever. For some reason, the moderators ban it because the results don't look realistic. Yeah, but when you have thousand and thousand iteration, and you can see that in all the data, if you would go from 2016 until the present, it beat the buying market, and it had an amazing performance. But anyway, I'm not going to enter too much into detail. We can also see that we had in the last days, we had two amazing trades, so we had this short entry here with a 5%, 4%, and this other one with another 4%. And now you can see that we have no more indicator. So you can see that right now it's kind of in the direction of the change. The bot itself is not telling us to neither go long or neither go short. You can see, for example, here as soon as we exit the short exit, we had after that we have another short entry. But you can see in this case we don't have, meaning that probably we are going to have this reversal in the trend which I was speaking about here. So yeah, but overall this bot very hard to beat the results of this bot, honestly. Now let's take a look at the order book. Yeah, I will take a look in the Matic as well, but probably since they are all kind of correlated, you can kind of expect the same what I'm going to tell for the ATH and BTC. But I'm going to take a total look at the same time. Yeah, we are going to let's leave this one to load a little bit so we can see the major points. $1.5 billion point traded volume. We can see that it's a little bit low than average, that's for sure. But yeah, we can see that the B points we have 1.6 and 1.7. Look, 1.7, 9 million ATH, or is 9,000? Yeah, 9,000 ATH. Sorry, and 1.6 as well, another 9,000. So you can see they are huge support zones compared to the 1.8, 1.9, and even 2,000. Look at them; they are not so big. They are actually very small. So if you take in consideration, we have a buy power, for this point of 16 millions, and it's kind of the equivalent of going to 2.2 thousand, which more or less is what I kind of told you previously. So we can see here, I said 2.2, 2.3 is going to be the next maximum if we are going to take in consideration this factor, because you can see initially we had in June we had 2.8, after that we had 2.6. After that we had 2.4, so I believe right now it's going to be 2.2, 2.3, which is going to be more or less this point from here. But yeah, these things, they are highly volatile and they can change from one day to another, because this market, as you already have seen, it's pretty fucking crazy at the moment. But yeah, overall I can tell you for sure that, not for sure, but I can tell you with a high accuracy that, we are going to reach 1.8 and maybe even 1.9 before we are going to go to 1.7. Yeah, and like I said, let's take a look as well. Let's remove the drawing and let's take a look at what our one tool is telling us. So for example, if I go 1 minute, we can see a clear entry at at 1.7 in the buy, and I believe if I will go with 5 minutes, we can see in 5 minutes is kind of still waiting, it looks like. has a little bit of the delay. But if I will go with 0.35, which you have, for example, in the dominus, same shit. So no, nothing. Sometimes you might know that this type of entry can be even faster, than of course than what the indicators, because in the end the indicators, they are lagging a little bit, So yeah. If you want, maybe you can wait here for the 5 minutes, and the 15 minutes is going to wait you until you are 1.8 probably. It's going to wait and give you the signal here, but you might lose this 2%. This is a 2% that you are going to lose, so. But anyway, it's up to you, and yeah, you see it's a 2.5%. It's up to you how you want to go. So yeah, this was ATH. Let's take a look at the BTC. At the same time, I'm going to put here BTC to load. And yeah, let's go with BTC. Yeah, some of you asked me about, I remember in the chat, about the latest version of the dominoes for the BTC. So I made some change, but it's different than the domino that we have for ATH, because I'm trying to use the crypto total market cap, candles. And because of that, but yeah, overall, if you are taking in consideration this one, we have an 11,000 compared to the old one, which honestly I don't even have the old one right now, but it was around 6,000, so we almost doubled the profit. Anyway, more details I'm going to speak about this one in the chat, so I'm going to give you more details about this one in the chat. For now, let's continue with the manual analysis. So let's go with the BTC USDT in this case, and let's take a look as well on the 4 hours, since it's the wood one. So we can see in this case it's going to be the 30,000. Yeah, so we can see that kind of more or less similar to the 1.8 to the ATH, and we can see the same stuff. We can see in this case, that we hit it, and we actually even crashed it right now. So we went below it. We went to actually 29,500. So it's a little bit lower actually in terms of movement compared, to the Ethereum one. But overall, I do believe that we are going to have the reversal, and the reversal is going to come after the 3,000. Actually, let's take a look here. And well, 7 million, and we have here 10 million. So if I will take the entire point until tonight, it's 32,000. So yeah, pretty sure we are going to break it slowly. But yeah, anyway, let's go back to the analysis. Now, in terms of what I recommend, as a stop losses. So of course, actually not this one. I want again, but actually I can use. So in terms of stop loss, this is going to be our stop loss. So the stop loss is going to be below 29,000 if you truly want to use it. Now, instead of take profits, I would say 31 minimum and 32.5. Let's go to the logarithmic and check for a moment. So well, we can use this one actually, which is going to be one, and this one, and if you want after that, because I believe the big one 33, maybe 34. Something like this, I would say that it's what we'd be able to use. So we can see from the current point where we are right now, we can see that from here, well, yeah, we would have this one at 1%. That for sure is going to be reached in the next hours, and after that we will have this one. We will have a 3%, but yeah, you can go for like 3.4%. The next one is going to be a 7%, and the last one, maybe you can go here 33 and 34. Maybe actually instead of the last one, maybe we can go for 33 to be a little bit more conservative. So yeah. Something like this if you want to be conservative, so this is going to be, let's put it white. So we have TP1. Going to be this one. It's going to be TP2, and of course And we can see in this case our stop loss, it would be at so we can see stop loss, it would be from here to here. We would have actually a 2.6 stop loss. So we'll go for 2 for 6 for 3.3, 7 and 11%. Yeah, it's a pretty good ratio, you know, if you ask me. So yeah, this is kind of what you can take, and you can kind of keep in consideration, you know, for the Bitcoin. We would have those ones as well. Now, in terms of let's remove the drawing. I do believe you already know the answer. If I'm going to go with 1 minute, you can see the 1 minute is giving us the buy signal. 5 minutes, I think not yet. 5 minutes, I think it's still taking some time. Yeah. 3 minutes either. So yeah, if you want to wait, sorry, 1 moment please. So if you would want to wait, you know, for these entries, you can wait until the 15 minutes trigger. It's going to give you probably somewhere around here, maybe here. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to be a little bit more conservative or not. Anyway, this has been for the BTC, and we can see clearly, we only have this one. We can see that we have 33 million support on 29,000 and on 21,000, and look at this one, 100 million on 28,200. You know, so if you want to be fully sure, you can go for the 28k support, but I believe 29 is pretty good as well. And now in terms of the, you can see that in terms of resistance point, we don't have clear movements. You can see we can go 31 easily, we can go even 30 as well, 32 easily, even 33 easily. And maybe on 33 we are going to have some big difficulties. But yeah, the ratio is far more superior for long than it is for short at the moment. So yeah, I took BTC, I took ATH. I'm going to take a look now at the most important of them all. And for example, let's take a fast look at the Matic, since you ask me. So in case of Matic, let's go as well 4 hours. What we can see, wow, we can see that here it's a different type of chart. You can see that 175, it was the I would say the lowest point since the crash. But actually, if we take the entire May, we can see that this point is kinda this one from here, 1.66. Honestly, man, this one is not respecting, you know, the general crypto market movement. So give me a moment. Can you see that the bear movement, you know, was worse and worse than the other ones. So honestly, it's kinda tricky, this one. It's kinda tricky, but by the looks of it, I believe. Let's take a look at the. It's more bear move than find. So I do believe that you might not be able to expect the same movements like you expect with Bitcoin and ATH in this one. You know, so yeah, it's a little bit kind of messy, and honestly, I am pretty bearish on this one. Maybe you can see some scalps and go for the 0.75, but I cannot see the same movement like I see with BTC and ATH. Looks like 0.65, it's a big support, and a even bigger one, 0.50. And in terms of sales, maybe go for 0.7. Yeah, go. Use 0.65 as a support and maybe go for 0.7. It's a good risk reward ratio that you could take with this one. So what's that going to be? So if you would be here, you would have 3% stop loss, and you would go for 4%, 4.5% take profit. Maybe you want to go for 75. Nah, something like this. It's what I can recommend on the short term for it. Now anyway, let's go with the total, because this one is, you can see that the 120 actually, there we go, we all have the 120 barrier, and yeah, we can take this one as a support. We can see it's kind of follow the movement of Bitcoin. We broke it, and now we wait, you know, we wait maybe to come back on top of it, and if we come back, it's going to be somewhere around here, and lastly this one, something like this. But yeah, and then you will ask me right now, but where it should be the this is going to be the stop loss. So this is going to be SL1, well SL directly, you know, it's going to be kind of here, the take profit, and the last one, 4, 3, and so, and we can see in this case what we would have. So we would have for the 1%, 5%, 9%, and the last one, 14% for the next week, or maybe for this week, I mean, better said. So you can kind of take these levels and extrapolate them to your altcoins which you want to use. This is for the, like I repeat, this it would be for, you know, for the bull movement. However, like I said, don't forget to use the stop loss, you know, for below the support, much lower than the support. But you can see in the total it has been broken. Here it was not. But yeah, some of the currencies, of course, they are more correlated than the others. You know, this is normal and this is logical. Not all the currencies perform entirely the same, we could say. But overall, this is kind of what I can recommend, and I would tell you to look into and follow. So yeah. But overall, you can see, overall, 4 hours short, 1 hour short, 30 minutes short, everything is short at the moment. So everything is short. So yeah, and even 15, same stuff. So yeah, there you have it. Let's take a look at what. So this was the crypto. Yeah, we took a look at the crypto. I can remove it for now. We don't need it anymore. So it was crypto. What's next one? Let's go with want to look a little bit just into the pairs for a moment. Take a look here. Let's see, actually there is any BTC have, oh, some of them. PUBG is kind of in general kind of always outperforms, you know, the Bitcoin, so it's kind of one of the coins that I would recommend, you know, to take into account if you want to increase your Bitcoins. This one's not so much, but I know that PUBG is not the first time and it's not going to be even the last time that it outperforms, you know, in this type of situation. If you want in the XTH as well, you can see that you can find some opportunities in this. And yeah, of course, you can also make a lot of money going long in a down coin. Yeah, I forgot about this one. But yeah, when you have a short, you can also make money, you know, with down. So yeah, how should you use this one? Well, look, for example, we have the product of ATH, no? So let's say you don't have access to the leverage of the futures. Actually, this is the first time that I see it and that I think about it. So you see, this product that, for example, the dominoes, no, you are able to go long and short. But in order to be able to go long and short, you have to have ability to enter in a future account, which, for example, for some countries and some people is not going to be available. So because of this, now that I think of, when you have a short entry here, you can correlate this one and you can make an entry, a long entry, in a ATH down. Like you see this one here. So where the fuck it was? You know, like for example this one. So when you look, for example, from 18th of July, you can see from 18th of July we have a short entry. And it was at 17 hours, at which hour we have here. Yeah, at 15 hours, even slower. So you can see with this one you would make 20% going long. ATH down. But yeah, let's switch 1 hour. What the fuck? What the fuck happened here? Makes no fucking sense. It was some problem with the data, I believe. But yeah. Now that I think of, it's actually one of the things that you can do. So you have a short, well, you can go long in the ATH down, and we can see it's kind of the same that happened here. So if I will take here and I will put ATH USDT that I want to compare, you see, pam 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 pam, they are 100% correlated. Well, not 100%. The movement is 100% correlated, but the data, of course, this one, for example, it went lower. What? It went 8%, but this one went 20% up. So you would make even more money. Yeah, but yeah, it's something that you should take into account. Yeah, I'm actually going to look into this one more often from now on. I don't know why I didn't until now. Yeah, I never traded, but it might be, it might be an interesting opportunity. So yeah. There you have it, and I think I have a full in-depth, but yeah, look how beautiful this data here. Amazing. Amazing. So 2021, we make 1.7,000% compared to the 100% that you will get. Look, we make 1.5 times more in short than in long. Show me another product that's able to do this. I'm waiting. 2020. We only make 2 times more. Only. Only 2 times more. It was a full bull movement, that's for sure, yeah. Except the corona in May. 2019. Really, I don't believe this data is accurate. So we have 138. Exactly, that fucking data is not accurate. It's so look at this. The price in January, it was 138. The price in December, was 159. Let's put 159, 130. So it's like literally 0%. You would make 0% holding and I make 800%. Let's make 2020 once again and check again back. No problem, mate. So we have 130 and we finish on 700. So yeah, 600%. So 600% is not real, this one here. 600%. So we will make 4 times more. And yeah, 2021, you can see 2021 we start on what? We start on 700. Let's put 700. So 2 times, 2.5 times. Yeah, but yeah, in any case, you can see that it don't just beats it, destroys. So yeah, amazing performance with this one. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to analysis. So we saw crypto, we saw the entire crypto market. Let's take a look now at Forex or gold. I don't know. Let's go with gold. So for gold, you can go with this one. So So 4 hours. What can you see about gold? Remove this one because I want to see the bigger picture. So overall, you can see that for the past year we have been in the bear movement. Yeah, this is kind of normal. We had some ups and downs, but yeah, we have this recovery here a couple months ago. But now slowly it's going to go there. But you can see lower highs and lower lows. So because of this overall, we can see that we are still going in that direction. So we establish, we saw the key points. Maybe this one it would be a key point from what it seems. This one as well. But yeah, let's go with something lower. Let's go 1 hour, and maybe we have something different on the 1 hour. We kind of not have this kind of battle here. So we can see right now we have a buy opportunity. We would have a buy opportunity. The stop loss where it would be the stop loss. We can go for the 1.8. Actually, since we just you can see it's been attacked multiple times, so maybe just better than that. We can go 170. Let's look at the week. Yeah. So, well, honestly, kinda it's kinda going in the direction with my thoughts, because I was reading the other weeks, the other month, I would say I was reading about the price of the construction material, of the wood, the permission for building and so on, and in general, these are kinda one of the biggest measures that we have for a financial crisis. And by the looks of it, this is a clear signal that the market is going to go low. Yeah, we might have some it might be considered bullish. Probably you can take it and consider it bullish for the near term, but honestly, overall I do believe that it's going to be a fake signal. But what bullish, when we speak bullish, for weekly, yeah, we can expect in the next following years, this price to go bigger and bigger. But for now, for sure, I believe it's going to go in the next following months. It's going to go in the 1.6 range, minimum. Maybe somewhere around here, 1.5, 1.6. It's going to go somewhere around there. And after that, of course, it's going to outperform the movement for the 2K plus. So if it's going to go in this direction, it's going to go more or less to my theory that we are going to have the crisis. Because in general, if you are going to take a look at whenever we had a big rise, there was this, but maybe it would go not so much, only like 10% or 20% movement, yeah, like 20% down. Or for example, this crash as well, 40% for the European crash of 2014. And in general, that's kind of what we can expect. From the higher high, you can see that we are already been 17, 18%, 20% actually. So yeah, we are going to have a small recovery, but from this one, if you take it one more time, we might go to 1.5 in the next following weeks, in the next following months, better said, no? But yeah, yeah, it's telling us to go buy. Yeah, we have this buy, but lower is going to go. It's going to happen that place. And how do I know this? Because look, for example, at this, at the wood future lumber. Sorry. Look at this crash of lumber. 70%. It was a 70 fucking percent crash. And in general, this type of things, this one was supposed, look, 50%. Another one here in the coronavirus, it was 50% as well, around 50%. But in general, the thing was that the banks started to print like fucking crazy, and they tried to, how it's called, amortizar, no, amortiguar. Give me a second, because I don't know how to translate this word actually. Soften, yeah. The banks and institutions, better said, the public, the governments and financial institutions, they try to soften, these fucking falls. And how did they fucking solve it? By printing fucking money like crazy. And if you take a look at the inflation, what the fuck is the inflation on? So, inflation. Rate inf. No, but this is a company, it's not what I want. Give me a moment. Yeah, because it's Quandal. So I have to go Quandal. And we go here and we route. It doesn't allow me, but I will do it this way. And we can see that right now our inflation, well, for the USA better said, it's at 5%. And if I will take the entire fucking history, well, we can see that right now it's more or less the same like in 2007, 2008. And you guys know what happened in 2007 and 2008, right? So yeah, bam, it's going to do a big bam after that, So that's kind of what you can expect for us to happen pretty soon as well, But pretty soon. I do believe in the next following months, maybe next year, we are going to have it. This fucking crash was supposed to happen last year, but because of the corona, because of that situation, things started to, they were like, okay, let's delay them a little bit, but they delayed them. How it was here, growth of dollars chart. How it was that we see total dollars in the world, total dollars trading here, total dollars, total index charts. No, I don't remember when it was that data. The mint of the dollars, but they mint like 30-40% in the 1 year, maybe even more than that. I don't know right now, and it looks like total mint dollars 2020. This one. At the moment that I'm searching, I'm going to. This is the coin production. Something like this. I can take it. I can take it. So because of the corona, they increased, but this is only for the coins, win coins. But still, if you take a look at what happened with the coins, I can tell you guarantee, and I can guarantee you for sure for the dollar bills as well, it happened the same. And this is only for the coins, and you can see we had a 20% increase in this one. But the true real dollars, the one that they mint in their bank accounts and stuff like that, and which is virtual, and you don't have to make it physical. Well, in that one, I can tell you that the ratio was fucking huge. It was much more than this one. So because of these astronomical huge rates which happened, I can tell you that it's near. The crisis is near. In the next following days, I'm actually going to make an entire. I want to take more data and speak about this one with much more details. For now I'm just giving like a brush of what it is. But yeah, anyway, let's come back to the gold. But like I said, for the near future, if you are an investor in the gold, for now I'm just going to make let's go day. I'm trying to make the analysis for the investment, not for trading. In the next, I need to make some products especially for these ones, and that we can use for trade. But I can tell you for sure that in the next following months and weeks, we are going to have a bear trend in the gold, and after the crisis is going to finish, you can expect the massive growth. That should you sell your house? Well, honestly, I wanted to buy a house right now, and I'm actually waiting because I am very, very confident that the prices are going to fucking go lower, and instead of this, I'm going to buy two of them. Because in general, when there is a crisis, the prices are going to go like fucking crazy. But yeah, well, if you have another place to live, I can recommend you to make as much money as possible and as much cash as possible, because the true wealth and the true richness is being made in the bear markets and in crisis. Yeah, you can make money in bull market, but the true richness it's being made when you have a bear market. So I truly recommend and suggest to you have some cash there, for when the crisis is going to arrive, so you can explode those movements. So yeah, more or less that's what I can take for gold. I saw the other day. I saw the price of the oil. Do we have oil futures as well? Yeah, the crude oil. Let's take for example at crude. Yeah, what the yeah, this one was the crash in the last year. Yeah, but yeah, let's go with the 4 hours so we don't see that shit. So yeah, I read the other day that the price started to crash as well. I do believe it's going to continue, because I'm telling you, all of this, they are related. All these factors, they are. I'm a bit worried I'm going to get trapped in my mortgage. Like well, mate, if you still have mortgage and stuff like that, then don't risk it. I was telling like for example, if I'm going to buy a property or house or whatever, I will buy it with cash down, full money down. I hate credits, I hate mortgages and stuff like that. So, kind of something like that is what I would recommend. But if you are trapped with credits and mortgages and things like that, better play it safe. Better play it safe. In my case, I have this possibility to risk, because I'm telling you, I have. But if you are in debt or stuff like that, it's better not. So yeah. But yeah, speaking about the oil, like I said, I was the other day, I didn't drive in a long time actually, because I've been traveling in the last 2 months. And yesterday I was looking at the price of the gasoline. The last time, for example, here in Spain, I used to pay 1 euro and 10 cents per liter, and now it's 1.5. And I was like, why the fuck we have a 25 increase, in the price? But then if you take a look from May until day, you can see this 25 increase from where it came. But now slowly, the price also start to go down and down. But these motherfuckers which are selling gasoline and stuff like that, they still didn't reflect it in their price, But I do believe in the next following, like if you will take a look, but it's this fucking crash here which is kind of blocking the view. But let's take for example a look previous to that, like 2014, which was the European crisis. We can see that we had a 50% crash in this case. Let's go from what I know, in the 2008 2007, Yeah, 2008. You can see the other one. You can see as well a 75% crash before the big crisis came. So kind of what you can expect the same. Like if this price is going to go right now, we are 13. So you still have a big margin to go. You know, it has to go somewhere around here. But yeah, slowly, I'm going to tell you that these things are going to happen slowly, because it's fucking unrealistic. For how long do you think these motherfuckers are going to continue, you know, to print like fucking crazy without having repercussions, you know? So be very careful. And I'm telling you, you know that you know the story in general behind the ant, how it's fucking working the entire, well, and the bee as well, how they are working the entire fucking summer in order to accumulate their foods and shit like that, so when the winter is going to come and they are going to be prepared. That's kind of, now it's kind of the situation that you should consider yourself like this ant and bee. Make as much as possible, you know, to have that deposit and have that surplus of cash and all those stuff, so when the fucking winter is come, aka the crisis, you are going to be prepared in order to defend yourself. But I'm telling you, in the next following days I will try to make a full guide and tutorial regarding the crisis. I need to reread again, you know, because I have some books actually I can recommend to you as well. Let me take a look and I will tell you right now. If you are interested, I have it somewhere around here. Save the fuck. Yeah, I have so much shit, you know, here. So yeah, books. A book. I recommend you. So for crisis, you can use this one. I'm going to write them here in the chat. So actually, they don't fucking allow me to write anything in the chat. Yeah. But for example, this one. The Holy Grail of Macroeconomics, lesson learned from Japan recession. You know, so this one can kind of you can take the fundamentals from there and apply them to the US economy and the Europe economy. It doesn't matter if it's Japan, but you know, some of these yeah, exactly, yeah, we are at the edge. And so yeah, it's going to be the one. The other one, I think it was this one. I have to reread them again. You know, the escape from the balance sheet recession and the QE trap. You know, and yeah. That's what I'm telling, man. It's going to come. So yeah, you can. I recommend you these two books if you are interested and you want to have more details about how to eliminate the crisis. And I'm telling you, in the next following days, I will try to make bigger analysis regarding this thing, because I do believe it's very, very important. Anyway, let's go back to our stuff. So we saw crypto, we saw some commodities like gold and oil, and we could see that the stuff that are happening. Let's go with some more. Have you seen the Dow Fib chart that goes from, I'm going to show the number sequence. No, actually, I read something about it, but I didn't give it so much detail, honestly. So you tell me about Dow Jones. Looks like the sell trigger here. Looks like we only have this. I would have to search on the Google. But have you seen that Dow Fibonacci that goes from 172 and so shows number sequence, automatic crash should happen? But you know, I'm telling you, you know, these things, if you look, another factor, I didn't saw it, but looks like it goes according to what I'm telling you, know. So if you take all these factors into account, you can see that it's going there. It might be, it's not exactly going to be today, but look at this. For example, in the 1 hour, we already have 20 crash. Yeah, in the last month. So we already have a 12%, you know, we already have a 12%, 16% crash, you know, since in the last month. So, you know, most of these things, like I said, they are related. The problem is that there are too many fucking blind people, and not just blind, but better said, how the fuck it's called, ignorant. They're fucking ignorant, you know. Like, I'm not speaking about the retail. I'm speaking about the big one, the big guys. But they don't give a fuck since they are going to get their money and they are going to, you know, to fill their pockets from this one. It's like I give a fuck. I don't fucking care. The normal citizen is going to pay me back all of this, so why should I fucking care, no? But I know, man. But situation, it's fucked up. That's what I'm telling you. Try to do as much as possible to do that. And also another opportunity, man. We are doing trading here, so learn how to short, but not for a short period of time, but a bigger period of time. You know, we have the capacity to make money when the market is crashing as well. Look, for example, I repeat. Look this one. Look the Ethereum. So yeah. No, I don't speak about this one. I speak as well, you know, like a crash bigger than 2007 and 2014. That's what I expect as well. Why? Because initially this crash was supposed to happen 1 year or maybe 2 years previously. But because of the corona, we had this fucking urgency to say like this, to mint money like fucking crazy. And we are going to make this bomb bigger and bigger. And when it's going to explode, it's going to fucking take us everything with us. But it's a good thing, you know. I'm honestly, I repeat one more time, I'm fucking eager and I am anxious for this crisis to happen, because I know I'm going to make a lot of fucking money. I'm going to make much money in the crisis than I would make normally in the bull market, you know. So I'm waiting for it, you know. I'm waiting for it and I'm eager for it. I might sound like a fucking psychopath, but I repeat, the true wealth and the true money is being made in a bear market, you know, not in a bull market. So keep those and maybe print those words, you know, inside the brain and act to them accordingly. But anyway, like I said, like for example, this is one of the small examples that I showed previously. So you see, for example, market is going down, you can make money short, and at the same time, I just discovered this option. Like I didn't use it in the past, but market is going down. You can make money going long if you want with a leverage down coin, like ATH down USDT. So market going down, you can make. So money can be made always. If you are going to search for opportunities, they are always going to come. You know. So that's the beauty of the trading and those stuff. But of course, you cannot fucking expect that, you know, it's going to fall from the sky in your pocket. No, it's going to fall, but you have to raise your hand and take it and put it in your pocket. You know. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Let's take a look at the. At some Forex, because we didn't look into Forex. Or maybe since we are here, let's take a look at, so you can see Dow Jones, pretty fucked up. You know, we can see that very, very big crash. Now, of course, it's going to stabilize a little bit, but I don't know for how long it's going to stabilize. Nasdaq, it's continue, you know, it continue this channel, and the channel that they have. You can see that we have a very nice, actually I have for this one, if I don't mistake, I think I had here Ipsimus and Nasdaq. Let's take a look at those two. So we can see that we had actually a short entry and a short exit. We actually made some money from this short as well, and the last long. So yeah, we can see we made very nice movement. But how much it was? So this entry actually for a moment it was at 5% and we exited at 2.5. Nah, still pretty good. And now we are kind of waiting. Yeah. And the NDX looks like NDX is still in. So NDX is still at 7% right now in plus with this one. So yeah, overall is there, but slowly, like I said, slowly is going to happen what we saw in the other ones as well. You know. Might take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen right now, but for the next following months you should be prepared. You know, I was in kinda. You have to take in consideration the market, the crypto market. So you know, to take a good look, you know, of this, how this crisis is performed, because people expect, you know, that this price. Let's go back here. You know, they expect this price to do something like this. You know, bam, it's been a crash. Well, no, actually, it's not something like this. Instead, a true bear market is, yeah, you have this fucking crash. But a true bear market is going to be something like this. You know, and you wait months and months and months and months and months, and market is going down and down and fucking down and fucking down and fucking down. You have some bull traps around, you know, and then again, bam, 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 bam. That's how you can expect, you know, a bear movement. It's not going to happen from one day to another. Instead, it's a series of events, you know. So if we take a look, let's go for example total, and we can see it here. Let's remove this. Let's go daily, and let's go back. 2018, 17. So this is a definition of the crash. So you see from here to here it was 90% almost. 90 fucking percent in 1 year. So initially, yeah, you had a very big fucking crash. Initially 68%. Then recover 37. Then again another one, 50%. We recover. And that's kinda, if you think about, if you go on the look on Ethereum, let me remove this. It's kinda what you see here. You see? Look at this part. This part from here. It's kinda this part from here. So yeah, it's going to come time. Yeah, we're going to have some prices again. Pum pum pum. And then it's going to come a moment when it's going to be the decisive one. And it's going to be like the blow in the fucking coffin, you know. But yeah, these things are slowly. How much is it going to take? Is this actually going to be a full bear market? Time will tell. Time will fucking tell, you know. I'm not Nostradamus, or who the fuck it was the one that predicted like shit, but yeah. So instead of that, the best thing that you can do is to act based on how the market is performed. Instead of trying to sell, oh no man, you see, in 1 month the fucking price is going to be that way, or in 2 fucking months it's going to be the other way, or shit like that. Instead of being this lunatic, yeah, you can invest a part of your scenario in that. But if you actually want to be smart, you will take the other bigger majority part of money that you have and instead trade it according to how the market is moving and the opportunity that you see in the market. But yeah, you know, this is a good example. And this is kind of what start to see. You see, so we had the first crash, 50, we then rised, now 120, right, from the lower to high, 35, but yeah, slowly going there, slowly, it's going there. You can be fucking sure if you are going to have a global crisis, you are going to have it reflected in the crypto market as well. So yeah, let's go and take a look, like I said, on the Euro USD. So what is Euro USD telling us? You can see we hit kind of double bot here. Now we have a double top, actually a true clear double top here. So we can see that for the next following days you can kind of expect the price to go lower and lower. What's the fucking news forecast? Actually, let's take a look at the how it was called. NP? No. GP? I was having something to watch, but I don't remember how it was. I'm going to make a course of on this as well because I have it there. Important fundamentals. The PME, yeah, the PME report. This one. Let's take a look at the PME report. And I think we could have it here as well. So we have the growth. Yeah, because it's this growth. You see, we have the corona crash. In this case, it was the corona crash. Now I don't remember entirely how to translate, but what the fuck it was PV. Honestly, if you'd ask me right now, I kind of forgot about it. So it's the Purchasing Manager Index. So if I remember correctly, they take big industries from the entire sectors like transport, travel, chemistry, blah blah blah, and so on, and they ask them, what's their opinion regarding, how the economy is going, how the sales are going, and so on, just to make it like in a short resume. And we can see that, look, for example, in 2008, when it was the crash, 2008, because we are looking at the US, and the dot was somewhere around here. But anyway, this was the big one, and in this case, it was the corona. So right now, the market is still they are still optimistic, we could say, the sellers and the buyers, because of this big inflation that we have. Of course, there are big sales, more money, from the products being sold and stuff like that. But slowly, when you are going to see this going low and low and low with each month, it's another indicator, for the crisis. So it's another step, for the crisis. And at the same time, when you are going to see this going down and down, because actually I started initially for the Euro USD, but not necessarily for Euro USD, but you can kind of expect that the major pairs against dollar are going to rise. But at the same time, initially. But at the same time, it depends, how big the price affect the other members as well, So Forex is kind of the most fucked up when there is a crisis, honestly. Let's take, for example, a look at 2007, 2018. And let's see what the fuck happened in 2007, 2008. Here. So you see, initially, like I said, initially when it was 2007, the beginning of the crisis, you can see the price of euro grow like fucking crazy. But then, when the US started to recover, slowly, that's when the euro started to lose the value. So they just need, what? They just need 3 months. What they need 1 year here, or 2 years, more than 2 years, they lose it in literally in 2 months. So then, for example, in 2014, when we have the European crisis, in this case, we directly lost the value as well, in like 1 year. And now slowly, you can see that this kind of happened. When it was the corona, we can see that the euro initially grow a lot, and now I believe you can see actually we have a very very nice double top here, and you can see that the direction is going to go to 1.7, maybe even 1.6 in the next following weeks. So yeah, another thing to take into account, for the major pairs. But now, if I'm going to take a look at GBP USD, I believe we are going to see the same stuff, because in general they are highly correlated, the euro and the GBP, and we can see the double top, and we can see the same stuff starting to go down and down. Let's take a look again. You are going to see the same scenario in 2007, 2008. So you see, well, in this case we didn't have that growth because it was already being made. Well, yeah, actually we kind of had it, 2006. But you see, the growth was not so big like it was with the euro. But then the same stuff. You can see in 2 months, 2-3 months, here, yeah, a little bit bigger, we lost 30% of the value of the country. So I believe now it might happen the same. So initially we are going to see this rise, and the Europe is not going to be affected initially, but after that it's going to come like fucking crazy. You know, this stuff. And you can see it here. So initially, since the crisis of Corona, you can see we grow 25%, and now slowly it's going to go in that direction. So another thing to take into account. I'm not so sure, but let's take a look as well on the Swiss franc. I'm not so sure about this one. It's not so correlated with euro and GBP like with these ones. But you can see as well, it kind of had a crash, but not so big like the other ones. But we had a crash here as well. How much it was? Yeah, 3 months, 4 months. And we had this growth, 25%. Well, actually it was correlated as well. And scenario, look, a double double top, followed by a crash. Let's look for another double top. This one, crash. Here, you can take it like a double top. I don't know what the here it was the fucked up with the banks. I think it was when the banks got fucked up and they lost the peg because it was peg, if I'm not mistaken, and because of the peg ratio, a very very interesting fact as well, that one. So kinda, yeah, this one is a little bit more trickier, honestly, to look, but yeah, honestly, kind of the same stuff. Actually, this is going to be the first time doing it for me. Let's take a look and see actually how the pairs from the from New Zealand and Australian dollar and Canadian dollar is highly correlated with USD. I know that for sure, but we can take a look. Let's see how it performed in 2007, 2008. So interesting. Dollar gained power in this case, and it was 3 months it lost 30 to 20%. This one you see initially in the 2007, the beginning of the crisis, it grows like crazy, and then again it grows. But in general, this one is kind of highly correlated when you trade against the other pairs. But them initially, they are a little bit fucked up, honestly. Anyway, let's take a look at Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and let's see how it performed in 2007. Even this one had a crash. For some reason, the New Zealand dollar was more correlated with the dollar than the Australian dollar. I wonder why. I got no idea. But yeah, you can see it's a full, since the last 7 years, it's a full side market. Look at this. Full side market. Pam, 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 pam. You have no definition with this one. Very, very weird pair. So if you are a side market trader and you want to be a side market trader, maybe this pair is going to be for you, and it's going to be the stuff for you want. But now anyway, let's take a look at the short term, because I believe you are interested in the short term as well. And we can see the short term is a sell. So I believe the pronostics, which are let's go even lower. Let's go 15 minutes, 30 minutes. So you can see it's a sell right now. So I believe the pronostics which are coming, the forecast, are going to go, at least until tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. We don't have such big news. We only have the big news for today for the dollar, and after that we have in 2 days for the euro. But if we are going to go in the economic calendar, and we are going to take a look at this week, and let's filter, for example, only importance and high importance. So yeah, you can see that crude oil inventory actually is being high. Looks like this one is going to give some volatility. The building permits, this one looks like it's going to be higher as well than the previous, so it's going to be bullish for dollar. Retail sales looks like it's being negative, so the Australian dollar is going to lose power from the local, but this is come the forecast when it's going to happen entirely, when we are going to receive the full data. You know, of course, they are going to affect more and more. Oh, for example, GBP is going to gain a lot of power. Is going to gain a lot of power by this forecast on the retail sales of the June. So yeah, slowly I'm going to start to make, you know, more and more in-depth analysis for the forex as well, not just for the crypto and the other one. So yeah, one other thing we could take into account. So yeah, we saw this, we saw this, we saw this. I did have, actually, I think I did have one. I made it the other day. So this one. I had a bot for Forex. Yeah, this one, yeah. Oh, looks like it's still working. So yeah, we can see that yeah, I'm not using any leverage or anything, but let's take, for example, let's go with if we would go with contracts, and I'm going to use 30k contracts, so it's going to be initially the leverage. You can see that with the 30 leverage, you can see that it works pretty damn good. 700% with 27 drawdown. If you want, if you are one of my Maximus members and you are interested in the forex, I can give you, I can give you this bot for free. Well, as long as you are, like I said, you are a member of Maximus, and you can play with it. And in the following days, I will make even more program and software, for crypto, also for gold. I want. You can see this one is kind of scalper. In general, we look for it's a dynamic for the pips that we take, and we have very short losses, but the wins are bigger. You can see from the performance summary that in general I'm looking for. You can see we win 7% and 10%, and we lose much less than that. So yeah, 0.8 to 0.6, and at the same time we still maintain a very high win rate. So that's not a plus. So yeah, overall it's working pretty damn good. I'm very happy with it. I do know that for the GBP USD it's not working so great. I believe it has to be optimized. It's being made only for Euro USD. But yeah, if you are interested, just hit me up in private. So yeah, I believe for now with this I kind of make my analysis, for the most markets. If you want something more in depth, let me know. And if you have any questions or something, just let me know. I will stay here for a bit more, and I will try to answer your questions. So yeah, we were here. You can see that it's a lower. You can see it's going lower. So we have a short trend defined. Yeah, starting from here. But now let's take a look and see where it should be, kind of that resistance point. So yeah, the resistance, it should be at 1.7. Well, 1.17, better said. But this is a true double top, so I believe we are going to have the short trend coming slowly in this direction. And when it was, yeah, you can see the short here has been announced as well. So already 300 pips for the last 20 days. The trend is that the euro is going lower. So you see, when you have Forex or any other pair, you see you have a left and a right value. So in this case, the left value it's applied to the long, and the right value is applied to short. So in this case, if it's going short, if it's going down, it means that the euro is losing power and the dollar is gaining strength. So when you short Forex, you say that the right pair is going to gain more power and the left pair is going to lose power. So in this case, yes, the trend is that the euro is going lower. The euro is going to lose value, and the dollar is going to gain value. So you can see, for example, let's use some calculation as well. So you see, initially when it was, let's take 1.25, let's put 1.25. So here it was 1 euro equal $1.25. So it means 1,000 euros equal $1,025. But now the ratio is 1 euro equal $1.8. So $1,000 is gaining 1,000 euro. Sorry. Now they are equal $180. So you can see we lose $70 because of this in this situation. So that's how Forex should be treated. So in this case, the idea is that you can see that the short is being predominant, and I believe if we are going to go in the GBP USD, we are going to see the same stuff. You can see we have a short from the GBP. If I'm going to CHF USD, we are going to see that as well. We have a short, we had a short, another short, and now we start to have another short. We enter in another short. This is in the 4 hours. We enter. And I'm not sure how it performs with the Australian dollar, but looks like Australian dollar the same. Looks like it's gaining power. ESD, USD, same stuff. You can see we are in a short. So for some reason right now, because dollar is being printed like crazy, although it makes no fucking sense, it's actually gaining power. But yeah. And instead, if you are going to use USD Japanese, you are going to see a long here. But no, looks like Japanese is stronger actually than this one. Euro GBP. Let's take a look. Wow. Such a side market here. But it's a side market with a bearish tendency. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well right now. But I believe for right now it's going to be the statements that has been released. The like if you will take all of these fundamentals that have been here, being recently, like the GDP, the employment rate, the building permit, and so on. I do believe that in the last month they've been superior to the Eurozone and the other zones. So I believe those have been the big influential factors, behind the power of the USD. I'm strongly believe that's all related with fundamentals. And for this one, you have the if you will take a look at the fundamentals of this one, like for example the GDP, let's take for example GDP USD. And you can see that the GDP is, but this is the world. I was wondering maybe, yeah. It's growing because they are growing fucking money as well. But you can see that 2019 we had this one, 2020 we had a growth, we had a decrease because of the because of the corona, but it kind of recovered from that moment, and because of that I believe the growth has been bigger than the others of the Europe. So it might be one of the reasons as well. The other one is going to be the sales, the indexes. I believe a series of factors of these fundamentals that we have here led to say that the USD right now it's in a much bigger shape than The dollar, sorry, the dollar is in a much better shape than everything else. So yeah. Now Euro GBP thoughts. Let's take a look at Euro GBP, but it looks so fucking awful, honestly. So for look like for when it was the Brexit. It was this year the Brexit, no? And you can see initially. Actually, let's take a look at this one. Let's go with bigger to have a bigger, clear idea how it's happening. So you remember when it was these fucking discussions of negotiations? They started like 2-3 years ago, you know. And since all 2-3 years ago, we had a very side market trend. And overall, I believe overall we are going to have a long trend for euro. You know, it looks like this is kind of our support around here right now. Looks like the support was on 0.85. And we hit it and it bounced back. We hit it again, it bounced back. So somewhere around here it's going to be. But it's a side market. I hate side markets, man. I fucking hate them. But yeah, because of Brexit, yeah, you can see the Brexit was kinda in this place. No, sorry, this place is still Corona. The Brexit was here from 2019 until here. Well, then it was the Corona. For some reason, GBP benefited a lot from the Corona. Maybe because of the borders and stuff like that, they didn't have so many things to look like the entire European zone. But then after that, it started to recover again, back to normal. So yeah, well, it's a big side market, and I wouldn't recommend honestly to. I like to trade in general combinations. Like you trade, like I said, euro dollar or euro Japanese or dollar Japanese. Yeah, you know. But yeah, if you say like yeah, you can see like a double bot, and right now we are going to have, like I said, a small long movement, bull movement, for the euro. But honestly, I wouldn't trade this. I like to focus more on majors. Majors are, like I said, combinations of these coins with dollar or against yen or against Australian dollar, something like that. Something that is not so correlated, like if you take on correlation Forex pairs. If you want to see my analysis for the Bitcoin, I recommend you to watch the VOD of this when it's going to finish. I'm going to save this as a VOD, and you can watch inside all the data about that one. So yeah. So you see, for example, USD CAD with US CAD. So it was GBP USD, GBP and Euro. So this one is kind of correlated, but less. Let's check which are not correlated. So 80%. Yeah. So Euro GBP, for example, Euro GBP and Euro USD. You can see it's only 70%. Yeah. GBP Japanese 23%, and stuff like that. So the bigger time frame you allows. So something like this, make a combination of this, and that way you're going to protect yourself, because it's about diversification as well. So like for example, if you trade Euro USD and GBP USD, let's say, you are not supposed to trade Euro GBP as well. If I will trade, for example, Euro USD, maybe I will say GBP yen, or Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, stuff like that. If I'll do it Forex. Although, however, I always like to go for the king, but it's very manipulated as well, we have to say. But yeah, the Euro USD is kind of the king, just like Bitcoin is the king of crypto. So yeah. that's kind of what I have for the majors. Now if you guys want, finally I'm going to take a bunch of pairs of stocks and let's take a look at that as well. So let's go here and let's go with some stocks. Apple, I know Tesla, you like guys Tesla, but I don't know. I will take a random one and I will look into it, but I want to take it from Nasdaq. And I will take, if you don't suggest anything, number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Facebook. Look at Facebook. Massive, nice bull movement. 1000% over the last 8 years. It's what you can make in 1 year with Ethereum. So superiority of crypto. Yeah, we can see we are in a big bull movement still. In this case, we had a crash, and looks like at the moment we are going to have here a double top. You can see it. So I believe in the next following days, maybe the price is going to go something like this to 335, 325, which will act as a rebouncer. Or maybe if you want, we can no, but it's too low. I believe something like this is kind of more real before it's going to continue that direction. Let's take a look at 1 hour. So you can see in 1 hour you can see even better the double top. You can see, like I said, the 330, 328, which is going to act like our support. It's going to break, it's going to go 325, which is the other one. So yeah, that's what I can tell you for Facebook at the moment. Damn, such a big commission. Like, what the fuck? That's fucking huge. You're paying a 5% spread. What the fuck? It's even bigger than fucking... it's 50 times bigger than crypto. Like, what the fuck, man? 5% and we pay 0.1% in BTC. And I still find it huge. Fucking... Anyway. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis for today. Tomorrow I will come, of course, with more analysis. And later on I will also come with some tutorials or educational streams. So see you then. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, here you have my website at traderlife.com, and here inside of it you are going to find my Telegram, my Discord, here as well Discord, my Twitter, and I kind of recommend you to enter into them, you know, so you know, you have faster access to the data and the information. You have a nice community which is going to help you, and yeah. And the Discord, you can see the Discord here as well. You have it of all the Trader Life. I recommend you. So yeah, see you guys. See you next time. Have a nice day as well.